I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this last week has been a bit of a low point for me, which is with everything that's going on in the world and with everything that's been going on with my own personal life in quarantine. My motivation has been lacking over the last few days. And also something happened that really killed the motivation to even look at the camera all that much, and more on that later. But it did get me thinking about what should I be doing to help my experience throughout the whole entire quarantine better, and I came up with a few things, and I know that you will enjoy them too. So today, that's exactly what we're talking about. But what's up, you guys? Welcome back to HP Fashion. If you're new here, my name is Zach Fobbs. In today's video, I'm giving you guys 6 things that every single guy should consider doing while in quarantine. Let's go ahead and get the really embarrassing one out of the way, and that's give yourself a crappy haircut. I get it, guys. Times are desperate, and it's time for desperate measures. But please, trust me from experience, do not rush when you are trying to get a haircut done for yourself. Do not rush yourself. Do not thinking that you know everything you need to know when it comes to cutting hair. Believe me, barbers, they take a year, sometimes longer than a year, to get their cosmetology license, and believe me, we are no experts. I am no expert in this. I just maybe know a little bit more because I invested my time to make sure I give you the necessary tips that you guys need to help yourselves keep yourselves up just a little bit while you're at home. But please, if you insist on giving yourself a haircut like I did, please be careful. Just a little bit of a backstory. I cut my hair last week and I wasn't paying attention, and I cut the backside of my head way too short, and it was very bad. Like, if you ask my girlfriend, it was very bad. I had to have her sit me down in the chair, and I had to guide her nervous hand just all around my head, just trying to even myself out as best as I can. And when I got to a point where it was halfway tolerable, I just felt like I wasn't ready to face the camera again. So that's why you really haven't been seeing anything from me. I've been giving myself a chance to recover my hair anyway, and I cut it again just very recently, and it looks better than last week, much better than last week, and I'm very happy with this. So guys, just make sure if you are going to be cutting your hair, just make sure you do take this into consideration. Be careful, just play it safe, and if at best, give yourself an edge up, a trim. Just don't maybe go full out like I did and just completely mess yourself up. But with that in mind, you should also consider to do number 2, and that's not letting yourself go. And all the failed efforts that we make in order to, give ourselves a at-home haircut is all an effort to just not let ourselves go and come out of this quarantine looking like werewolves, and therefore no girl up until the point that we do get a haircut is wanting to go talk to us. And I'm really proud of for a lot of you guys for taking that extra step. But for a lot of you, you're kind of just riding the waves just to kind of see when society is going to open back up. But we don't really know when everything's going to be on 100% again. So I highly encourage you that if you haven't started to do anything in terms of your grooming or making any changes in your daily routine to make sure that you're keeping yourself up, I highly advise that you do so. Number 3, learn a new skill. This is the perfect time, if anything, to learn something that you've always wanted to learn how to do. Whether that's learning how to cook, if you wanted to learn how to play that video game that's been sitting on your drawer for like a while now, or if you want to learn a new language or learn how to better communicate with someone, then this is the perfect time to do it. What are you doing at home right now? You're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, scrolling away, watching hours upon hours of other people doing great, amazing things. So you should be learning how to do the same thing. And this is where today's video sponsor Skillshare comes into play. If you guys don't know, Skillshare is an online platform where they have thousands upon thousands of classes on just about anything that you could possibly want to learn, and are taught by people who are in the same position as you, wanting to know this certain skill, and they took the time, they invested so much time, money, sweat, tears into giving you guys some awesome classes on how to do certain things. So if you wanted to learn how to start your own YouTube channel and start from the basics and work your way up, they have a class for that too. If you want to learn how to take better self-portraits for Instagram or for any other social media platforms, they have classes for that as well. If you want to learn how to be a better communicator, learn how to give better speeches, be better at business, finances, they have classes for those as well. The possibilities are endless. And then guys, I'm hooking you guys up today. For those of you that will click the link in the description below, you'll get 2 months free for your subscription service. on Skillshare, and I think normally afterwards it's like $10 a month for their premium membership, which is a no-brainer. That's 2 months that you can use, especially while we're in quarantine, to learn something new that you've absolutely wanted to learn and come out and be a master at it. And you can use those set skills to either improve yourself, impress that girl that you've always wanted to talk to, or impress your boss, get that promotion, or even start your own career in something that you've always wanted to do. So guys, do go check out Skillshare. Like I said, I'll have the website linked in the description below so you guys can get 2 months free. And after that, it's like, what, $10 a month? So guys, get to learning something new. Number 4, try a new style. This is the perfect time to try something new that you've always wanted to try, but you never really knew that it will work that good on you. Of course, I'm talking about your clothes, or even talking about your hairstyle. If you've been thinking about changing it up by letting your hair grow out longer, of course, no barber, so this is gonna be the perfect time to do so. Or if you've always wanted to do something, you know, a little bit different, try a different product, then you can do that as well. And in terms of your style, if there's something you've always wanted to do, online stores are still up, people are still delivering. It might be a little bit of a delay, but it's still happening. Then it's the perfect time to do that as well. The 5th thing that you should consider while you're in quarantine is to be careful with girls. Now, let me explain what I mean. I know we're in quarantine, and I know there are a lot of you guys that have been investing your time on how you can better talk to girls over text or online with different like dating apps and stuff like that, and that's great. You guys are taking time to know how to improve your communication skills so you can always get the girl, which I'm proud of you. But one thing you do need to consider is that whenever it comes to this quarantine and it comes to a lot of girls that are talking to you, especially the increased traffic of amount of girls that are available to talk to you now, you might want to consider that sometimes these girls are talking to guys, and you as well, just because they are bored. Again, I'm not saying all girls are like this. I'm not saying all girls or even most girls are doing this, but there are some girls I know for a fact that are just talking to you and for the guys just because she is bored at home and she has nothing else better to do than just watch you guys just practically fight over her, and she is just winning it all, and she has no intentions on going out with you or doing anything with you after the restrictions are lifted and everybody's ready to go back into society. So guys, just make sure you're doing this with a pinch of salt. Just make sure and just prepare for anything to happen. Just prepare yourselves emotionally and mentally, because I don't want you guys out here getting hurt or getting played or anything like that with empty promises. Just make sure that you are being careful and you're securing yourself to know that if it happens, it happens and you can move on from it. And last, number 6, what you should really consider while in quarantine is don't get into debates with others. I know these times are frustrating. We're all frustrated. We really don't have anywhere else to go but online. So it's really easy to, you know, get your opinions out there about a lot of things that a lot of us are passionate about, and inevitably we're gonna run into someone who has the opposite views. So what I want you to do is just be the bigger man and just don't engage in any sort of heated debates with someone, especially if you don't know them online. And if you do know them, you don't want to tarnish any sort of relationship that you might have with that other person. I know that's easier said than done. Some people are going to say some really outlandish things about this whole entire situation, about other people and how we're handling it, but there's no need to go into someone's comments and just start a full-fledged argument. If someone says something that you don't agree with, then maybe vent to the right people, someone who you know will share the same views, or if not, you can handle a debatable conversation with them and still walk away, you know, being friends or being companions, whatever. Just make sure that you're being careful about this and don't just start a blind rage conversation on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, about anything. Just make sure that you're staying cool, calm, and collected about most situations in your life. I know there's some things we can't control, but just for most situations, try your best to just stay as cool as possible. That's just something that I really had to say, and believe me, I have my own thoughts, my own opinions that my girlfriend has had to hear me vent about tons of other things that have been happening ever since this whole entire thing started. So believe me, she knows what I'm talking about. But I just want to make sure that you guys are not bringing yourselves down to the point where your motivation is at an all-time low. But just make sure you're staying on track, you're staying positive, you're staying safe, and I guarantee you this whole entire thing will be over before we know it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually, if we all just stick together, we all do the things that we need to do, we can get this through and we can get this done. But that's it for today, guys. If you liked today's video and you learned something from it, give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you're new here to the channel and you haven't subscribed, hope you consider subscribing. We post a lot about fashion, grooming, and lifestyle here on this channel and to help guys out. So hopefully you consider subscribing, help us build the HB community. If you guys are not following me on Instagram and on TikTok, they're both at Mr. HB Fashion. I'll have them both linked in the description below for you guys to go check out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'll see you next time.